So I'm not sure if I said it, but I got a pipe bender for Christmas, and so this was the exhaust pipe that went from the engine to the Predator bike. Um, but I did some pretty crappy welds, and it kind of just melted off. Yeah, so you can see I only welded about half of it, like half the sides. So I just used this to practice on that because I didn't really care. And so this is like an original like bend that I welded. I cut it at an angle and then welded it up. And then this is an actual bend I did do. Kind of got a little bit wrinkly, just a little bit right there. But this one completely failed right there. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm Becky the Boomer, the drift-trike. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was dubbed Becky the Boomer due to an Instagram poll. So somebody freaking chucked a rotted watermelon on it. Not watermelon, rotted pumpkin squash thing. So it made it nasty. But basically I went riding this on New Year's. And this sprocket, the sprocket, it somehow like got into here and started grinding away with the chain. And so I kind of just came to a very abrupt halt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it off there, and then I'm gonna take one of these, probably this one because I like it more, and I'm just going to weld it in like that, so that way I stop having issues with the sprocket. So yeah, I'm gonna use this end. So I'm gonna cut off this. It's so hard to film. This ugly end first, and then hopefully by the end of this video I'll paint it better. Have the wheels painted, and I'm gonna give it a bath. I might paint it orange actually. I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh, I'm also might hook up the brakes because I got 2 brake bands, and I think what I'm gonna do is the same idea that I had with the tilt goat of just putting it like hooking up to a bolt here and then just having it wrap around that. So yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I didn't film anything and I got carried away. So I cut off this chunk that was in here, like right there, and then I cut this back a little bit more. There's that chunk, I think. Yeah, well, anyways, I cut out this. You can see how it was all nasty and getting kind of grinded down by the belt. I mean the chain. I then took this one and I cut off the extra and I kind of made it flat on both sides. So now it fits like that, which looks pretty good. For this, it's like a big hollow pipe all the way through. I'm probably going to make a little plate that goes on this, and then I'm going to weld it closed. This side doesn't really matter. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Well, anyways, inside here, that's like the end of it, because it connects to this one. So I don't have to worry about that at all. So yeah, now I'm going to either just weld this on right now. Well, not like right now, but next. Or I'm going to make the plate and stick it there. I also took off the light, which surprisingly still works, even though it's been sitting out underneath a rotting freaking pumpkin all winter. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So, oh frick. You guys would think I might be dying. Well, that's a joke. I'm not actually. Okay, so what I was doing was I decided I'm going to make the little plate. So I got this pipe, traced down this piece of scrap, and now I'm going to go cut it out roughly, and then I'll take it to my belt sander or my grinder, and I'll make it perfectly round. So that way it'll fit on Becky. It looks like while I was welding, this moved out. So I'm gonna have to hammer that in now or something. So that's gonna be annoying to have to gap weld. So I'm gonna grab my hammer. That's as close as I'm gonna get it. Alright, let's just weld it. I'm gonna have to take off this axle, it's just in the way. There we go. Alright, so you see that hole? I kind of don't like that hole. That looks pretty alright, in my opinion. So, now I'm going to go clean it up. Okay, so to clean this up, I'm just going to be using this little tiny flap disc. Psych! I'm going to use this chunky boy. Shout out to my sister for giving me this for Christmas. I don't get to use it very often, so I'm going to use it here. Yeah, I think I got a little carried away. Right, back on focus. Alright, so I finished cleaning it up mostly, so it's like really smooth and shiny. I also cleaned up here just for the fun of it. I felt like it. But yeah, wow, it's kind of hot still. You might have saw, I hit here again with the weld because there's a hole, because it didn't get filled up all the way. So yeah, now I'm going to add on the rear axle, which kind of rolled away, and then I'll add on the engine, and if I'm lucky I'll get that all done before it's dark. Let's do that. Gosh dang. I lost the original bolts, and so I was trying to see if these ones would work. But they're too dummy thick, and they won't fit. All I have is this one, which didn't work even before. It kind of just like was a placeholder, only temporarily, but I left it there permanently because I forgot about it. So, gonna have to wait for someone to show up, either my sister or my dad or my mom, so they can take me to Home Depot or Cal Ranch or somewhere, so I can get proper hardware. But that sucks. Alright, so I found the chain, the old chain that was on it, and I lost the master link, connecting link, whatever you want to call it. But lucky for me, for Christmas I ordered like a 10-pack of them, so I had this one. It's brand new. This chain looks super rusty, but it bends fine. But yeah, the seat is actually super comfortable because I worked for a guy and at like a yard sale, and he said I could take whatever I wanted, and I saw these 2 seat cushions, which my phone's dying, so it's plugged in. So they are currently just like sitting there, like you just kick them off, but they're actually make it super duper comfy, which is like super nice. Because the first time I rode it, it was just this, all this white stuff's like rotted pumpkin. But the first time I sat on it, the jingle was so hard and it kept hitting me in the shoulders. I was sore for like 3 days after. But then I put this. You don't really need one on your butt because it's kind of just fine like that. But you do need one like that. Otherwise, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna feel like you did bench presses or something. Some workout. I don't know. I don't work out. It's gonna feel like you worked out for like a week. It's gonna be super sore. I also have this cell phone holder, which I don't use because I broke my cell phone, and I don't trust it for no reason. It wasn't even on it, but I don't trust it. So now it's a water bottle holder. Probably would work better if it was half empty, because like super stretched and tight. But that's kind of how it looks right now. Oh, I don't think I told you, but I added these forks from this little kid's bike. So it's like way raised. Like the clearance is like super big now. Before it was like down here. Now it's like up there. And it kind of feels a lot better when you ride it, because you're not like so hunched down. It's more like riding a chopper or bobber kind of thing. But I like it. Down here to get some nuts and bolts. Okay, so I got the bolts and I was able to mount the engine onto Becky the Boomer. But this video is already like 20 minutes long, which is way longer than I wanted it to be. So that's going to be in part 4, I guess. I don't know. I don't do math. But so look forward to that. And that is, we're also going to be testing it. And I guess I could do a price thing and see how much it costs to make. So yeah, look forward to that.